Once again, I'm not paying attention, I'm thinking of anything, many things, nothing for definite, nothing that's relevant. My head is racing and paying attention is making it ache a bit, sitting and fidgeting in a position where I'm watching something but my mind is drifting. I need to relax, but a one-mind track is not where I'm at and I can't fake it. I'm sending some messages, getting ahead of it, making some music and writing the rest of this. I know it's definite, sleep is irrelevant, I need a sedative, I need to meditate, but I know that I can't, and it rips me apart. But I've not got a heart to start focusing, I'm just a dog that's chasing cars. I'm lost in my mind, bro. I'm lost in my mind. I'm lost in my mind for good. Again, I'm just sat here inventing, relenting the present and everything in it. Each minute is precious, but there's no attention given to the fact that this lesson's not mentioned. If anything, mentally it's kind of stressing to know that your life is the best and you're getting. And many resent this and reckon it's better to live to excess where you're never regretting. But yeah, that isn't a thing. And I know most wish that it was, but it's not. So we gotta stop this nonsense and get back to the plot, and not just focus on what we want, but more what we've got. Because that's the reality. That's to live life with a sense of clarity, or else manic me might just snap and lose my sanity. I'm lost in my mind. I'm lost in my mind. I'm lost in my mind for good. Again, I can't focus, I know this. I know that you've spoken, your mouth has been open. The moment is broken, I'm smoking the potent. And no, it's not joke, I just hope you don't notice. I'm thinking of going so I can get out of this place and out of this space and out of your face. Cause I'm a disgrace, it's going out of rate and I'm hard to embrace when I'm in this state. I need to placate and vacate, maybe take a weekend away. Anything to help stimulate my brain so I don't drive myself insane. I can't change the way that I think, it's like a standard I maintain. And I just need time to think, although that's all I do these days. I'm lost in my mind. I'm lost in my mind. I'm lost in my mind for goose. For goose.
You have reached the voicemail box of
EarJuice here. I'm too busy laughing at people's dumb threats and dancing around to come to the phone right now, but feel free to get out those feels so everyone's got more content. I can find you. I can find you.
Hey, I was just wondering if any large black men want to fuck my girlfriend while I watch on webcam.
I can find you. I can find you. I don't fucking think so.
Gonorrhea.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
How does my toilet get so clean? It's easy. Ducks on my team. Ducks curve neck can't get under the rim and fight germs right where they live. While ducks brush discs clean all day long, it's total toilet protection. Bye germs, bye worry.
SC Johnson, a family company.
SK14
And how are we doing? I will have to fix that up at some point, because that's the intro, but it's hard to know because I haven't added anything to it. Anyway, how are we all doing? Welcome to SkullJuice. I hope everyone's having a good one. Yeah, I think Skull Kid has done an interview with Cyraxx only just before we started. There's a few other things to go over as well. It's gonna be great. Yay. Let's get in the co-host. Co-host, how you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm recovering from cellulitis. How are you? How are you, chat?
I'm sure they're alright. Cellulitis, what's that?
It's like a skin infection. You get it from like cuts and shit. It's on my foot.
Oh.
Makes you sick and shit. Shaking, fever, chest pains, achiness all over.
Yeah,
Not
shit.
fun. Had to go to the hospital on Monday night. Got some blood taken. They gave me amoxicillin.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So it's like antibiotics or something?
Yeah.
You got COVID?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, yeah, a lot of people didn't know about this one. It came up in my feed, though. Cog's new song. So you've now heard it, Skull Kid. What did you think of his brand new
I
song,
think the rap.
Focus?
I think the production is great. I don't know if he did the beat. Probably used some loops and stuff, which I know he was still doing, which is fine. Rapping, much better. Really like the rapping. Singing, no. No singing. But the raps are much better. He's much more on point, and it's faster, and it's good. Just the chorus can go, or he can get like someone else to do it, in my opinion.
Yeah, he keeps singing, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's I would definitely say stick to rapping, but you know, Cog's gonna do what Cog gonna do.
Yeah, well, that's true, isn't it? Is it a cat scratch? Yeah, how'd you get the scratch on your foot?
I don't know. It could have been a cat scratch. It could have been from my foot landing on the ground on something, because it happens a lot. It's hard to tell when you don't have feeling down there.
There you go.
You are acting like a bunch of niggas.
You know, I wanted to talk about the hospital really quickly. So I had to sit in the hospital waiting room for like fucking hours waiting to get pulled into this fucking thing. And they had the TV on like CBS, and it was this fucking show. And it was the most stereotypical like woke SJW shit I've ever fucking seen. It's a black judge who's fighting with Black Lives Matter against evil racist cops who tried to kill a 11-year-old girl at a protest who was lost and looking for her mom. And he of course, like, you know, I didn't watch the whole thing because thank God. But, you know, I'm sure down the line you'll find out he was a MAGA supporter, and that, you know, he also had a secret Hitler room filled with Zyklon B. It was just everything. It was so on the nose. It was fucking awful.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. It's like
I'm so glad.
Law and Order feminist views. I used to love Law and Order SVU. And now I like it, but for a different reason. It's because it's just so cringy. It's great. They have the latest SJW issues, but they like beef it up to 1,000.
Yeah, it's like they don't know what subtlety is or how to present things in like a realistic way. It's always blown up out of proportion.
Yeah.
And it was just so cringy, and I was just like, thank God I don't watch fucking TV anymore. I was already feeling like shit when I got there, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is not helping.
Alright, so what's been happening with the Cyraxx stuff?
Oh man, so much.
Well, since
last
week, well, the recap was that Marty is just trying to cause shit, which Cyraxx just keeps responding to, which makes it quite funny. Cyraxx Nation rise up, and
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so what Marty was basically trying to go after his Cyraxx's girlfriend and the family, trying to show how Cyraxx has done all of this gay shit on the internet and looks like a complete idiot. And it's kind of backfired. And, well, Marty keeps going. Everyone keeps watching. Cyraxx keeps responding. So I guess it's an entertainment loop.
I guess what I can say is that Marty is going after Cyraxx because Cyraxx said for the Race Wars promotion that Marty killed his dead girlfriend.
I'm sure
and
that
also,
really upsets Marty too, totally.
Well, and also apparently Cyraxx requested nudes of his dead girlfriend after she died, which is but he was going through it, and he alerted Caitlin's family to the whole thing, and there's been a ton of back and forth. A ton of arguments. Cyraxx just today deleted his stream, or his channel. And,
again?
Oh no! Again, yeah. And before all of that happened, he was starting. He was taking a break from music to work on his new manga, a slice of life manga, which we have a couple of pages we can go over that Cyraxx graciously provided me.
Yeah, I think I've got the same program. This comic, I got Comic Pro 2 or something. I was making little stupid comics with it just as for fun. And he's making a manga with it. It looks like it's very templatey, like he's gotten the templates and just added, you know, so the artwork's not his.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
And he's just added speech bubbles. The speech bubbles are
I
way
think-
out of shape too.
You just don't get it. It's experimental.
Right.
Avant-garde.
All right. Well, this is why Cyraxx has retired from everything else, including music, because he's got to make his manga. Here is the manga. Let's bring it up. There's quite a few pages. You're late, Mr. Tanenka. Being late will not be tolerated. I think that
Is that your Japanese accent?
I think that I'm here is supposed to be in a speech bubble, but no. Go
Is that
take
your
a
Japanese
seat.
accent?
Yep. Sorry, won't happen again. Wow, that was riveting. How come she is the only one that's out of uniform? Is that allowed? She's just got
She's a rebel.
She's got special permission.
She's a rebel without a cause.
There you go. What are people effing in chat for?
Oh, for Cyraxx's channel.
Oh, okay. Yep. No, that's all right.
Yeah. These are a little bit out of order.
Ah, god damn it, they are. Crap,
Yeah.
I'm late. Mr. Fuji, without a capital, is going to kill me. A whole bunch of explanation points. She does love
You're gonna want to zoom
really
in.
explaining.
You're gonna want to zoom in onto the panel in the middle. Yeah, there you go. So you can read what the there.
I heard her dad is a drug addict and her mum walked out when she was a baby. Oh no. I wonder where the new girl is. What's with the capitals? Like, come on. Why is I not a capital, but then wonder is? What? Why? It's such basic.
It's a style.
It's like, okay, class, today, be learning about the feudal era of Japan. Wow, look at the chalk skills this guy's got. Even had time to color it in red.
It does, Yoshi. Yoshi, it really does kind of look like a visual novel. As these panels go along, you'll start to see who the female character is supposed to be, just in a different gender.
Yeah, it's not half obvious. As soon as he started explaining it, it's just like, oh, it's Cyraxx's life story and a character. So so the girl's not saying this, she's thinking this. Oh, look, it's the new druggy reject girl with anger issues.
The Droogie.
Droogie. For capital letters. Well, at least... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look, it is. Yeah, okay. Well, at least you got that right. Say that again. I dare... What? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
She's not saying it. So she's a mind reader? Wait a minute. Is that established? Like, say that again. I dare you.
Maybe?
What? I'm only being honest. After all, isn't your dad a deadbeat drug addict? 2 question marks, so it's extra important. That's it. 4 exclamation points. Oh, I'm so scared of a druggy pillhead, whose parents are deadbeat, worthless nobodies.
Jesus Christ, savage.
Oh, Comapo.com. Okay. Well, the program I have, this little software program, it's actually really cool. It's called Comic Pro. It costs like $20. I only used it for little silly things. You know, I wasn't really into making comics or anything. Yeah, okay. So I think that was supposed to be a speech bubble. Or maybe he didn't take into account. It's like, oh, she could be thinking this. But then didn't take into account that if she was thinking it, then the main character wouldn't be able to hear it.
Yeah, and if it was mind reading, she would react. You would think, like, what? I didn't say anything, you know?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, if it was established that she was a mind reader. Well, kapow. Looks like the Nazi symbol when you first look at it. Kapow, power Nazi. I've had enough of your crap. You're going to pay for that.
I like how he says I've.
Hmm.
Do you see that?
Yeah. Yeah. Ah! Wow. Exciting. Ring,
like
ring,
how
ring.
she's not wearing a uniform either.
Oh, yeah. So main characters don't wear uniforms. Everybody else is lined up, all the boys, all the girls, in rows or columns.
So yeah, that's the new manga. He said it's going to be a slice of life that he's dedicating to his dead brother and friend. Also,
there you go.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope he finishes it. I would totally get a pre-order.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Oh man, we should talk to Cyraxx. If he's gonna put like, you know, special thanks and mentions and names in there, or we could get a character. Cyraxx, I'll give you $20 if you add me to your comic, dude.
Dude, I'll just give him my
as a deer.
I'll give him my MS Paint drawing of my avatar.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, give him the one of me that you did of me with the big boobs. Say, hey,
Yeah.
Cyraxx, add that in for $20.
Just a page with that, and nothing else on it.
Oh, that's
It's
a great idea. Oh, I'm so hitting him up. It's like, dude, will you take tiers and pre-orders? What about how could we get involved in the story?
That's an amazing idea.
That is such a great idea. Cyraxx could actually make money out of this.
You are acting like a bunch of niggers.
We are acting like a bunch of niggers, actually, yes. Well, there you go. There's the manga. You also said we should talk about this before we go over anything. Okay, well, what's this? It's a very poor quality screenshot.
Yeah, Cyraxx sent that to me directly, so.
Stretches are the worst because he takes them on his phone, but for some reason they're always really bad quality. All right, so I know a lot of you are upset and how I had to take down my channel.
Stabbed in the back.
But I did it for a very good reason. The first reason being I don't want to give Marty any kind of content to feed off. Oh, wow, he finally realized. That's like what he's been doing for the last week. Few weeks, 2 weeks.
Just a few weeks, not like 11 years.
Yeah, that's it. But intently for the last 2 weeks. And Cyraxx just keeps fucking responding and doing new streams. Oh, it's like, dude. Oh, well. Like, I don't want to tell him because, you know, it's good. Like, yeah, man, keep doing the streams. Feed off of, and 2, I want to focus on my fiance and my life with her as well as my artwork. I found out, look, the capital letters are all weird in here as well. I found that over the last few days, YouTube has become a very toxic place for myself and my fiance Caitlin, and at this point in time, I need to step away for a good long while until the toxicity subsides. There you go.
Yeah. Fiance, by the way. Yeah, we go over it in the interview, but yeah, it seems to be they're going through with this.
There you go. Drake, do I have to take away your mod again?
Before we get into anything else, I wanted to go over, because we can't play the song because the channel's gone, but I do want to read a quote from the song.
Yeah, I want to
because it had a really sus line in it, and I'm not sure. It's the one that he just uploaded like today. What time did it do it? Go up. 1 second, I'll do it in a minute. So the song was just a diss towards Marty and a bunch of other people who have been fucking with him. And it's, you know, a typical Cyraxx song. It's like, you know, fuck, you don't know me. I don't owe you motherfucking anything. You know, that type of shit. But then, okay, here we go. This is a quote. When I catch you running your motherfucking mouth, comma, better believe I'll be running up on you, comma, yeah, take your ass out. Which is kind of a veiled, like, threat of rape.
Yes, kind of is.
So, like, my first, especially because right after that he starts talking about how hard he is. Like he said, I'm hard as fuck. You ain't hard at all. So it really sounds like he's going up to rape Marty.
Oh no. Well, okay, here's another clip of something that he said to Marty. This one I pointed out to Marty, and then all of a sudden it was up
I'll
on
let
his
you
channel.
fuck my exes. Maybe they'll give you a disease. You might want to go to the doctor, man, get your shit checked because you might have HIV. And
All right. So if you didn't catch that, let's do it again.
better yet, I'll let you fuck
Better yet, I'll let you fuck my exes.
my exes. Maybe they'll give you a disease. You might
Maybe they'll give you a disease.
want to go to the doctor, man, get your shit checked because you might have HIV.
You may have HIV. Okay, so if we break that down, if we just read the title, has Cyraxx given his exes HIV? Did Cyraxx contract HIV from sex with his now deceased brother? Is Cyraxx now trying to get money to get HIV by him having sex with one of his exes because Cyraxx gave them HIV? In other words, like, what? Okay, well, think about this. If there's multiple exes, right? They all have HIV according to Cyraxx. So there would have to be one common person that would have given them all HIV, who knows about it as well. So I think it seems like that is what's happening here. Cyraxx gave all his exes HIV and now wants Marty to get HIV by going near them.
Unfortunately, I had a question in there asking about the HIV thing and all that, but unfortunately, Cyraxx jumped from the call. He had to take a phone call, and that was right before he deleted his channel. So I never got to ask him it, unfortunately.
Oh, Matt Jarbo's live. Wait a minute. Oh, we got 42 viewers. He's got 45. Look at that. On par with Matt Jarbo. How great are we? All right, well, what do you want to play next? Did you want to go into this interview, or do you want to play something?
Well, I think maybe we'll do you want to do the interview, or do you want to do some short little Cyraxx clips before we get into the interview, because it's kind of long?
Yeah, whatever.
Well, if you want to pull up the Cyraxx Rage one, I think chat will very much enjoy that. Yeah, I did not know about this video till last weekend.
Still a better love story than Philadelphia.
It was fucking shocking. And thank God for Classic Games Canada preserving this, because I say it again, Heather and Cyraxx were like, that was the best period, and I completely missed being there for it when it happened all live.
Yeah,
I
remember when they used to stream together. Yeah.
That's
when I first started watching. Cyraxx's, this is what Tree Master Bob said. Cyraxx's brother gave him HIV, and he gave it to his exes. Yeah, well, that's what he's sort of insinuating, maybe. All right, here we go.
Breaking news!
What? Hush! Hit me.
Jesus.
Hit me and I'll fucking knock your lights out.
Another violent freakout on stream by Cyraxx. What caused it this time? Let's watch and find out.
Well, there she is.
What's up, Jamie?
I just got out of the shower, and I heard someone was over here playing victim. You want to tell the truth?
What?
Or should I? He beat his mother, number one. He's got a charge for it.
Shut. Hey, yo, guys.
See, there you go. If I can't, if I talk, he'll start feeling outraged. He's threatened me. They've called the police on my kids.
This literally turned into a 20-minute fight on this stream between these two. I'll cut it down to the good
I haven't
parts for
seen
brevity's
this.
sake.
Where's your kid?
Yeah,
Heather?
I hadn't seen it either until last week.
How about this? How about this? Stop talking about everybody else's parenting and reflect on yourself. You're not.
My kids are in school right now, getting straight A's and are fine and live with me.
You know what? I bet. Do you have an infection from fucking Nicholas?
Do you even know where your daughter is right now, Heather?
Hey, Jamie,
Everyone got STD.
Can you pause it real
Jamie,
quick?
let me tell you something.
I do want to reiterate that Cyraxx has said on many occasions that he got a fungal infection from Heather. So think of that what you will.
It just keeps... It's the same thing over and over. They just throw out this stuff like... Remember when Cyraxx was like being like, I found out that one of my supporters beat his woman and he can't do that. And then the very next day, all these clips come out of like Cyraxx admitting to beating women. It's just the same thing over and over again. It's like, God damn it.
Also, I want to reiterate one thing about Heather is there's a video she uploaded a while back, or not a while back, like a couple days ago, saying that no, she doesn't smoke weed while she's pregnant. She only smokes cigarettes, which is great. Great that she smokes cigarettes while pregnant. Jesus Christ.
Right. Is Jamie the one that's dead now? That was...
Yeah. I have another one in Jamie, because before he was dating Heather, he was lusting after Jamie. And the video I have queued up in show prep is him singing a love song to Jamie. And she was not having it. So, yeah, we'll get to that.
Alright.
So, right the fuck now. The reason why I am the way I am is because you and all the motherfuckers.
It's because of me. You beat your mother. I didn't even know you. Go take care of your baby. I didn't abandon my baby.
Cyraxx, this doesn't affect your deal at all. All right, so don't worry about it.
Yes, you heard that right. Cyraxx has yet another record deal.
Record
Time's
deal.
a charm.
He has deals with several people. You guys might want to talk to the Bender Boys. He has a written contract. A written contract.
Because Marty's a hoe and he kills
He's
fucking
got
hookers.
several contracts with several
They're
people.
not
Marty's
legit contracts.
Huh?
He
hoe,
signed it.
No,
He signed the contract.
Hey,
They have a signed
He
copy.
physically signed. He physically
I love the
signed.
sassy hand movements. You know, the sassy hand movements from Heather.
Yeah, I think Heather said Marty
Was
killed...
a hoe.
Marty's a hoe that killed prostitutes? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Apparently.
They have a signed copy. Ask them for it.
We have.
Chill.
I've told
Hey, yo,
them
Jimmy, let me tell you
to
something.
contact Mel
I did
John
my
with
research,
the
and
actual
guess
contract.
what? Guess
Hard to
what,
hear
dude?
when
I did my
everybody's
fucking
talking over each
research,
other.
and because the Bender Boys are not a legitimate record label, that contract was fucking void. I know where they got that fucking contract from. It wasn't legit.
You should not be allowing them to cheat this way.
Shut the fuck up, both of y'all, for 5 fucking minutes.
Heather's so
You shouldn't be
fucking
allowing
over the
this
pants in this
at all.
relationship.
Shut up and you shut up. Both of y'all motherfuckers shut the fuck up for a second. Marty.
Hey, Jamie, you need to fuck
Jamie,
off and take
hold
care
on,
of
hush. Yeah. Why is it whenever we start going up, you keep fucking
Going
bringing us
up?
down?
Where do you think you guys are going? Except for him
Oh
going
my
in the Hills
God.
Have Eyes remake.
Bronx
Where do you
Beast,
think
what the
you
fuck
guys
are you
are
on
going?
about, dude?
than a bitch. I'd rather be a fucking freak and a weirdo than a fucking internet bully like your fake.
No, you're an asshole and an internet boy. You just threatened my son. And you called my son a faggot. I'm not talking about your family. I'm saying he keeps saying his brother's dead every time I talk to you guys. It's the day he died. So what is it, Heather? Because you tell the truth, he doesn't.
Fuck yourself, you little bitch.
What?
See how he acts? I can't even talk to her like a normal person.
What? Hush! Hit me. Hit me. And
Ooh, did you see that though?
What?
Well, they're gonna replay it.
Yeah. Watch it. He goes for her, man.
Yeah. Alright.
Hush! Hit me.
Oh.
Hit me. And I'm fucking
And then he
knock
punches
your
the
eyes
door
out.
and said,
Ooh, Cyraxx, not a good look. Not a good look.
Jeez.
Let's watch that one more time.
Can you pause it real quick? Pause it real quick. I loved when I had this on stream. The one thing I wanted to do right after this was play the video that you made, where it's like, "I beat women, bitch." It would have been perfect.
Oh, I think I got the sample somewhere. Oh, should have pulled it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Hit me and I'm gonna fucking knock your lights out.
Jamie, you are fucking like you right there.
Violent, you need to go home, Heather.
I would straight back
here.
in. I'll knock you out.
Have Heather come here. I'm done with this. I'm done with this, Cyraxx. I am done.
I swear to God, I'll knock your lights out, you bitch. To a woman. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Epstein asked if we could play it in slow-mo. So if
Look
you
at
want
his
to.
eyeballs. Look at his eyes. It looks like someone's gotten a mirror but then inverted it. Like, look at the symmetry on that. It's just so weird. The fuck? How does his eyes do that? What is that? Yeah, look at the pointing and shit. Alright, so you want, what, that in slow-mo?
Yeah, he wants to see the hit in slow-mo.
Alright. I can do that. Sorry, I wasn't reading chat.
Hit hit me and I'll fucking knock your lights out.
Her hair goes flying up.
Hit me and I'll fucking knock your lights out.
Alright.
Jesus Christ, man. The rest of it isn't really that interesting, but that part is like, Jesus fucking hell. Oh wait, he comes back in though. If you want to hear that,
he does come back in.
I have 3 extra rooms here. She does not need to put up with this at all. You better back away from her right the fuck now.
Shut the fuck up.
Back the fuck away from her. She asked you to leave her alone. Back away from her.
Bitch. Show up.
Back away from her.
Stop being a bitch. Show up.
Back away from her.
Show up. Like he wants to fight her IRL? It's such a bad look.
Based Cyraxx.
Show the fuck up. I swear to God, I'll knock your
Back
life.
up, Cyraxx. I swear to God. I'm not playing around with you.
Bitch. Show up, you dumb
Heather,
whore. Show up.
it's not funny the way he acts like that on video. You need to get him back the fuck away.
I swear to God, I'll knock your goddamn lights out.
Yeah, I'm sure you talk to Heather like this when she doesn't agree with you either, and I'm really
Shut
fucking...
the fuck up, you fake ass whore.
You're just mad because I'm calling you out on what you really are.
Go and take care
This
of your
isn't a bullied person. This is a person that treats people like garbage that have helped him. I like Heather, but I can't deal with this.
What's
Hey, Jamie, how about this? How about I call CPS to
Okay,
get your
so
phone
the
canceled?
lore is.
Oh, no.
Cyraxx.
I was reading chat. I was like, what's this lore about me simping for grandmas or some shit? It's like I'm trying to keep up. I was like scrolling up. It's like, what? Okay.
There you go.
Oh, what did you want to explain something here as well?
Oh, well, okay, so the girl who Cyraxx is yelling at is Jamie. Jamie was the object of Cyraxx's affection before Heather, and technically after Heather, because after Heather and him broke up and Jamie died, he asked Marty for her nudes. And there's a stream, like I said, we'll get to, where he sings a love song to Jamie, but he eventually turned on Jamie when Jamie pretty much said that she finds him disgusting and that he's a danger to the people around him. And that's kind of what turned Cyraxx against Jamie.
Right. There you go.
So that's the lore for that.
Once again, Heather. There he goes again.
You do
So
not
I'm going to send CPS to Jessica because that's what'll happen if he does that to you.
Your ass is going to fucking jail.
With 7 people living there, with your kids sleeping in the kitchen, I'm not doing that. But he wants to do that to me for no reason.
Try me. I am sick.
So
of being
stop
bullied
him, Heather.
by
Just tell him to
bitches
leave it.
like you. You're a bully, a snake, and a creep.
I'm not bullying anybody. You're yelling at me.
Because I'm sick of your bullshit. You guys.
You don't like the truth.
I can push this when I'm sick of it.
You sound like a demon right now.
I swear.
Are you going to turn into a werewolf in front of everybody?
No, I'm about to knock you guys.
Have you noticed his
goddamn lights off if you don't shut the
Look, his eyes go all the way to the sides when he's really angry. Like they both go out. It's really weird.
Oh, speaking of werewolves, actually, thank you, Jamie, for reminding me.
And I will say this, if y'all take any of our fucking content, any of our
Try
videos or shit that we have uploaded, they have been copyright protected. Our YouTube names are
No, you can actually comment on any videos uploaded. to you.
No, I didn't know that. Well, looks like we've just broken the law. Damn, didn't know that. All right, let's play a tiny bit more.
YouTube, just so you know.
I'm talking about, no, not comment. I'm talking about take them for any other use.
Hey, Jamie.
They are
Any other
copyright.
use.
He's going for a walk because I thought it was too dangerous. Juggalo John might be out there. I'd be careful, Cyraxx.
You're an internet bully.
I'm not bullying anyone. I'm talking to Heather.
You're an
Can
internet
you
bully.
let me talk to Heather?
You dumb bitch.
Am I allowed to talk to Heather?
You got no fucking respect, you fucking bitch.
Am I allowed to speak to Heather?
Oh, wait, that's why you don't. Because you're a sorry excuse for a mother.
Am I allowed to?
Go to jail, that's
No,
it.
you're a sorry excuse for a fucking parent. All you do is sit on fucking live.
You don't know anything about me or my children.
You sit on
My
live.
kids are good. My kids see all of what you do, Cyraxx.
You are a sorry excuse for a human being. You are a waste of fucking space on this goddamn.
Wait, Bronx Beats does have a good point. Cyraxx wanted to get on with Jamie. She looks like she's like 60 years old with children and shit. grandma.
Well, it's just not wearing makeup at this point. But yeah, I think she was like in her
wearing
30s.
makeup. No way. Whatever. All right. Well, I think we're finished with this. Is there? Do you want to go on the interview, or is there another clip you want to do first?
Yeah. There's the one with him singing to Jamie. I have it timestamped. It's the one where Cyraxx sings to me. And there's another song that I'm waiting on Marty. I sent him a message asking for it because he played it on his stream the other night. It's tangentially related to Cyraxx. It's by Young Fox. It's the guy you were talking in chat. You said was coping.
Right.
Remember? The werewolf and Alton song, which is pretty amazing. You know.
Tree Master Bob. His eyes go outward as a fight or flight response to better watch for predators.
And then after this, we can get into the first 10 minutes of did Cyraxx murder Zach Hussein? Because that's a pretty great clip. And then we'll get into the interview.
All right, let's do it.
To where you don't have to sign into Xbox, so I can literally go between their accounts and mine. And they do have game accounts, and I don't. So I'm able to, you know, play my games.
So that's Jamie in the corner.
But there's sort of a long pause when, you know, Custom had asked you that question.
A long pause? Like, what are you talking about?
Just a little bit of a long pause.
No.
She says you've been hacking her accounts.
No. Actually, no. If you want to be straight up honest with you, dude, she's the one that's been hacking my shit. Like, I will literally go and do a live stream, and there's a lot of people that can confirm this. It has been seen on my shit. You can go back and look at some of my previous
24 Eyes has a question. He wants to.
He's been scratching his head again. I just noticed, and someone grabbed this the other day. This is great.
Oh God. Jesus Christ. It's like Pinhead if they took the pins out.
Dude, just wash your hair more often.
But he doesn't have hair.
That's all peach fluff. It's weird. That's peach fluff. It's a weird setup that he's got going. It's very unique. Very. All right.
To know what's your plans. Like,
my plans for what?
To take care of Jamie. What are
your
plans in the future?
Are you gonna move her in over
Mind
there?
you, Jamie has never said anything about being interested
Honestly,
in Cyraxx.
I don't know right now, but something will pop up eventually. Like, something will happen.
He's got bed bugs.
Cyraxx, Jamie's been trolled before. How can you prove that you're not trolling her right now?
Dude, I can show you the fucking messages on my phone, dude. And her and I both know that. And if y'all want to see it, I've got my phone sitting right here. I can prove it.
I believe you. I want to ask you another question. Say that Jamie was able to come down for a weekend down to Akron.
Yeah.
How would you guys spend your time together?
However she wanted to. Like, whatever she wanted to do, I'd be down for. Shit.
Bronx Beats, I don't think Capitals works.
Like I said, to be honest with you, I'm the kind of person that's up for anything. Like, no matter what it is, like, I'm not the kind of person that's picky about shit. Like, I love doing shit. Like, I love getting out and having fun doing shit. So it's like, whatever it is, I'm cool with.
Well, that's cool.
Like, I've always been like that. Like, I've always been that kid. Like, hey, you want to go fishing or hunting? Hey, we'll do that. You want to go see a movie or something? Hey, awesome. Let's do it.
Are you willing to cut down on your gaming and your rapping, and you willing to tone that down a little bit?
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Right.
Because see, and here's the thing. Unlike Heather, I actually know how to make time for people.
Hear that I actually tried to help him with rapping. I never.
Right. And like I said, like, I'm the kind of person that, and that's the thing though with Heather. I can, and I know everybody here can actually confirm that. When I was with Heather Heather for those 6 months, I was hardly putting.
You can
any
speed
music
forward
out
a little bit
at all.
I just wanted to get the preamble.
Hardly doing.
It may be a little bit personal here that you couldn't set to live up.
Girls do Heather was all over.
I play a lot of spots around here. Shit.
Man, you know.
I know you are. But still, like I said though, you say go ahead because at the end of the day, It don't fucking faze me.
At the end of the day,
Like, I'm gonna fuck off.
Okay, here we go. I think.
What's up?
I think like maybe a love ballad to Jamie.
All right,
really
yeah.
break her heart. I know she's into you for sure, but to really get her.
I love
to commit
Jamie's reaction
fully,
to this whole
I
thing.
think you should use your talents and your gifts to.
Oh, did they work? Oh, okay, there
romance
you go.
and maybe even seduce
Caps does work.
This is quite embarrassing here, you guys.
Also, Cyraxx, will you comply to join Big Will's?
Bro.
Big Will is
Bro.
Yeah, the battle rap on Big Will's channel. Like,
yeah.
And trust me, when that
Jamie is
battle
also
goes
the
down,
one that hosted
you can
the
guarantee
Suplex Cyraxx
I
rap
will
battle.
straight up
back in the
embarrass
day.
that dude in front of his whole crew.
Yeah,
I have
I
no
thought
problem
about
with
it.
embarrassing
I
a
don't
dude
know.
like that. Hell, ask everybody that fucking beat in the past. Look what happened to them. So this
Look at
like
Jamie, she's melting for you right now,
that's in
Cyraxx.
a different context. It's not that great.
Do what?
Ask everyone to beat in the past.
Yeah, you should do a love rap, like a
Yeah,
love
come on.
track or some shit.
Let's hear the song, yo.
Yeah, girls like that.
All right, actually, hold on. I got something for your asses. Hold on here.
Already know.
Hold up.
You are acting like a bunch of niggas.
See this shit.
I would have
comes
preferred
up.
it if he rapped like directly staring at the webcam, like eyes wide open,
You already have
not
one made?
blinking.
Nah, this is a little bit of a cover track, but
Dude, you should sing her some Boys to Men.
Yes.
There you go.
I got something
There
in
you
better,
go.
man. Hold up. Hold on, I gotta wait for this fucking dumbass.
Fucking commercials, dude.
Oh wait, where the fuck's the internet? Come on. Hold on, I'm waiting for this damn thing to pop up. There we go.
Gotta
Are you
display
singing
the
some
head.
cryptic wisdom?
It's a mating ritual.
What if I told you that I need you? What if I told you that I love you so? Would you hold me close and let me Never told you that
Alright.
I think you are the brightest shooting star. You know so close.
This is beautiful.
With every passing moment, I feel like I'm asleep.
in my bikini.
I just won't slow down for you.
Come on, belt it out, Cyraxx.
Just can't wait for
Well, it's
you
nighttime. His mom's sleeping.
It's true. It's upstairs at this point. So,
Yeah, this is before the basement.
yeah.
And I just can't wait for you to know that I will stay true. What if I told you that I need you? What if I told you that I love you so? Would you hold me close and let me walk away? And I told you lately how beautiful I think you are. The brightest shooting star, you were never too far.
I just like how she's not even like saying anything. She's just fucking shaking her head, covering her eyes, and like.
I'm happy the way you're kicking it. It's
Oh,
overwhelming.
wouldn't you leave though? Like, why would you?
I never had the way you give it.
Well, she's hosting the stream.
Oh.
That's my sincerity.
It's her channel.
Just boot him out halfway through.
Your company will be fine, but
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
to get to know one another on deeper terms. Imagine the compatibility that we can turn. They say you'll come back if it's meant to be. So I ain't fighting off the thoughts that you were set for me. Once we memory, the only one that I ever loved. You must have been set from up above. What if I told you that I need you? What if I told you that I love you so? Would you hold me close?
It's so bad. Oh man, I can't do much. All right.
Yeah.
Let's just see if
All right,
they
we'll go
react.
to the. She really doesn't. The whole stream, she just doesn't talk to Cyraxx at all.
Nightmare just asked what he missed, and I'm kind of speechless. I guess.
Kimmy, that's not the proper reaction. I know you're trying to play cool right now.
No, I'm just really
Oh, what's that bloody noise?
Oh,
Oh, he's playing something else. All right. Well, that was their reaction. Okay, let's go on to the interview finally.
Oh no, Music Biz Marty stream, because that's one more thing that I think is pretty good. The first 10 minutes of that, and then we'll get to the interview.
10 minutes.
The interview will be a great way to end it.
Oh, okay. Yep. I got it. All right. Let's do it.
Yep.
Hopefully I have time to talk about this new guy too. God, he was weird.
I both know his real killer is sitting in prison on 20+ years.
People have been
so honestly, unless you want to go the fuck to jail for defamation of character on my best friend's family, I suggest you shut the fuck up, you back the fuck up, or you.
Do you want to add context as well? Skull? No. All right.
Will be going to prison, motherfucker.
Nobody goes to jail for defamation. It's not how it works.
Faggot-ass little fuckface.
Now, supposedly the cops have been around to his house, Music Biz Marty's house, because
Sorry about that.
Due to the actual harassment of Cyraxx and Caitlyn. So supposedly he's been told to quit it and stop doing what he's doing. He hasn't done it too.
All right. So I can give context to this. So Marty made this stream like an hour ahead of time, saying, "Did Cyraxx murder Zach Hussein? If you don't know who Zach Hussein is, it's Cyraxx's best friend who was shot by some black dude in Ohio, who finally just got arrested and put into prison, which is good." Now, the context regarding the police contacting Marty, Marty and I had talked about this, and apparently they did not. What happened is Caitlyn told Cyraxx that she contacted the police. In reality, she didn't. According to Marty, Caitlyn just kind of wants to stick it out with Cyraxx until he kind of forgets about her. Because he said to Caitlyn, and again, this is quoting Marty, that if Caitlyn leaves Cyraxx will kill himself, he said. So she's afraid to do that to him because she's a very good person. So Marty essentially said, no, the police were never called. It was all a bluff to essentially, make you think everything was going your way, I guess. That's what Marty said.
There you go. All right, let's play it.
Defamation.
Fucking try me, little. Try me, little faggot.
People
try me, little pussy asshole, man. Try me, faggot. Try me, faggot.
I'm gonna type it.
You don't end up in prison, you little pussy ass fat boy.
Well, I'm
What's
trying
the matter, court?
Defamation
What's
is
the
a
matter,
civil
fat
court.
little fuck? What's the matter, fat little fuck? You're pissed off.
Fat
You
little
can't
fuck
get
is
revenge on me.
hypocritical.
Because unlike you, Marty, I'm untouchable. Unlike you, you fat piece of fucking shit.
Why are you untouchable?
Why don't you go back to the fucking pig pen where you fucking belong, you fat piece of shit?
What do you mean by untouchable?
Hey Marty, why don't you go back to the pig pen where you belong?
What do you mean by untouchable?
Go back to the pig pen, you fat fuck.
I'm already there.
You not both know. I know what you look like, Marty.
Yeah.
It's not that hard for the fish to ID your fucking fake
I'm
ass.
not doing anything illegal.
So honestly, Marty, quit with the revenge shit, you little pussy ass coward. Because you and I both know I'm untouchable. You know that I own your ass. I fucking own you. I got you right where I fucking want you. Marty, I can reach out and touch you any fucking time I want, boy, and you know it.
When are you going to do that?
Reach out and touch him.
You're digging your own grave, Marty.
Reach out and touch
You're
him.
digging your own goddamn hole by doing what you're doing.
Oh, hell no, Sarita.
That's what you think.
Pause it
hell
real
no.
quick. I can explain that little thing that he said there. So one of Cyraxx's streams, he had a mod named Sarita something or other, and during the entire stream he was going on about Marty, wasn't really looking at chat, and during the entire stream Sarita was posting Caitlyn's phone number, spamming it in the chat. Like literally the entire chat was Sarita spamming the phone number. And at the end of the stream, when he finally realized what was going on, he said, "Oh hell no, Sarita!" Like with a really weirdly like rolled R, and then he ended the stream and didn't stream for like another 12 hours. So that's what that's referring to.
There you go. All right.
Hey, Marty, why don't you go back to the pig pen where you belong? You
I told you, Marty
bitch.
there, Cyraxx.
Yeah, why don't you go back to prison and be Big Bubba's little
Bronx
bitch?
Beats is
like
into
you're good
old
at.
man's balls.
Yeah, go stand on the street corner like a fucking
You
slut
belong
that
in
you
prison
are.
for killing Zach Hussein.
I did not do shit, you faggot ass motherfucker. The proof is right there in the fucking news, you fat fuck.
Well, again, people are wrongfully convicted all the time.
Shut your mouth. Why don't you shut your fucking mouth before I shut it for you?
People are wrongfully convicted all the time.
Continue, Zach's family will be seeing that video, and your ass will be going to prison for defamation of character.
Nobody goes to jail for defamation of character.
I'm so sick of this shit. You will end up in jail, you fat fucking
Nobody
shit.
goes to jail for defamation of character.
To Marty, quit being
that's
a
a civil
delusional
court
little
thing,
fuck
isn't it?
face.
Usually.
Sit the fuck down
Sorry,
and shut the
Yeah,
fuck
I'm pretty
How's
sure.
your
good little
music
boy.
career coming along?
Cyraxx, motherfucker.
How's
Why
your-
don't you sit the fuck down like a good little
Why
boy?
did you kill Zach Hussein?
You know, pissant, huh?
Why did you
Why don't
kill?
you quit face faggot ass motherfucker who thinks he's gonna get revenge? Bitch, you ain't getting revenge on nobody.
I'm just
You
trying
ain't
to tell
getting
the
revenge on
truth,
me.
Cyraxx.
You ain't breaking me
I
and
love
Kate
the
when I'm
faggot
going to a
word.
shit, motherfucker. So why don't you sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up, you reject motherfucker?
What's wrong,
Nobody
Cyraxx?
nobody on YouTube likes your fucking ass, Marty.
That's okay.
Everybody has opinion of you because of what you're doing.
I don't
You're
care.
You're showing your true colors, you piece of shit,
Cyraxx,
motherfucker.
you're showing your true colors on a daily basis.
Shut the fuck up, you little faggot.
No,
You're showing
Cyraxx.
your Hey, Marty,
Right being
why
fucking
don't you
stabbed
shut
in
the
the
fuck
back.
up and go eat a dick? There you go. Go back to sucking tonics dick like the little faggot that you are, motherfucker. Go back to sucking
Cyraxx, why don't you go strangle your grandmother?
Why don't you go back to getting gangbanged by the bend over bitch?
Why don't you get strangled by your grandmother? And there he goes.
There you
He
go.
comes back. He comes back.
Oh, better yet, yes, sir.
Why don't you go beg the Bender boys to be their little fucking bitch again?
I don't
Why don't
fuck
you
with
get
the Bender
gangbanged by
boys.
motherfuckers?
Didn't you believe, Cyraxx? Didn't you believe the Bender boys signed you to a contract? They sold your contract to me, Cyraxx.
Why don't you go
They
set a
sold
fucking
your
ball to be a real
contract to
man
me.
and quit with your delusional bullshit?
What do you mean?
say I'm delusional? They choose delusional here.
How's your
I'm
music
not the
career?
one running my mouth. Now am I, little bitch?
You are.
I'm not running around running my mouth like a fuckboy.
That's exactly
That
what
ain't
you're
me.
doing.
That's all you,
You're just
motherfucker.
screaming at me.
That's all you
You're
fucking
just screaming
faggot
at me,
ass fucker.
Cyraxx. You're not getting any points across.
Unlike you, Marty, I don't run around and run my mouth like a bitch.
That's all you do.
I'm like a faggot, like
That's
you.
all you do, Cyraxx.
You're acting like a little boy, Marty. You're acting like a
Cyraxx,
fucking
you have a big
5-year-old.
boy steering wheel. You have a big boy steering wheel you play with. It makes you feel like a real man.
You get revenge on me. You know damn well that nothing you say or do is ever going to affect me.
Oh,
It's
no?
never going to stop.
It's not
You're
going to
never gonna
affect
break
him.
me.
Screaming
So it
right now.
does.
It's 4 in the morning.
You and hate your ass. No, man. Caitlin's family knows about you and hates your fucking
Well, I
ass.
have a video for them that is going to ensure.
They would rather me and her be together than your fake ass. Because, dude, all you do is run your fucking mouth like
Well,
a bitch.
I've already moved on from
All you
Caitlin,
do is run your
Cyraxx.
mouth like a bitch.
I've already-
Look happened to Dance Canada, you fucking fag.
He made
Look
the
what
vid-
happened to class.
Well, let me tell you, Cyraxx. He made the video on you at my request at the wedding singer thing. I don't want to sound like douchey, but I was like, hey, that scene from the wedding singer. You hear Cyraxx's songs about how he's going to kill himself all the time. He's just this pitiful.
Have you
sad
seen
sack.
that? Have you seen that? The classic Gangs Canada one?
I'm not sure. Here's some context though for the Bender Boys stuff, because this is famous. This one. This is where he thought he was getting signed up to Bender Boys.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And his jacket and everything, and he's all like, "Yeah."
Brothers.
Get your boy.
Over at Bender Boys Records. Shout out to the big homie CPN, Child's Play Ninja.
I like his
I
black
figured I'd
voice.
just come in, kick it with y'all. Figured since I'm making it big time,
Since he's making it big
may
time.
as well rock the
Bender
swagger to
Boys.
go with it, boys.
His swag. His jacket.
Now it appears to me that we have some issues with certain people who will not be named.
Ah,
$13.
Bronx Beats. What the hell?
Straight up.
Going off.
Shout out to the Bender boys.
Yeah, so he was all swaggy, but it didn't go very well for him. Oh, look, we got more viewers than Matt Jarbo. We should give him shit. All right, let's go back to this. Oh. You got a gunt guard for PvP, Bronx Beats. Actually, I think that's what pissed Bronx Beats off so much. I think I said that last stream. He's back for revenge. I'm not 50.
You can respect. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but if it'll take 20 minutes, maybe put his face over Sandler, and there you go. So I'm not blackballed.
You haven't seen that, right?
Yeah, you are, motherfucker.
Same what?
I'm absolutely not.
The wedding singer thing that Canada made.
No, I don't think so.
Whatever, dude.
So how's that being blackballed?
Honestly, Marty, you think you're getting away with shit, but you're just digging your own grave, motherfucker. I ain't worried about your big ass. You're digging your own goddamn grave, you pussy.
Sorry.
You think that you're such a hotshot tough guy, but really you're not.
What have I said I'm a hotshot tough guy?
Man. You're a delusional little fuckbag who's pissed off that because Jamie's dead, you can't find somebody like I found somebody. You're so pissed off about her death that you can't grow the fuck up. No, Marty, you're so pissed off about her death and jealous that I'm actually with somebody
You're
that
not
actually
with
treats
You're not
you
with
right.
anyone,
Dude,
Cyraxx.
you're fucking jealous. You're a jealous little fuckbag who needs to grow the fuck up.
Cyraxx, you play with the big boy steering wheel.
No, don't Cyraxx, motherfucker.
Play with the big boy steering wheel. The big boy steering wheel, and your wife is a delusional lie.
Revenge never works in your favor, Marty. You and I both know this.
Who sounds
every
upset?
time you try to get revenge on me, you have failed.
Who sounds
you
upset?
have failed every time you get
Who
revenge
sounds
on me,
angry?
dude. So why try it, bitch?
He sounds
why
angry.
try to get revenge? Marty, why try to get revenge on me when you know it doesn't fucking work? Because you know I am better than you. I will always be better than you. I will always be above you. And I'm always going to be everything you're not, which is a badass
Cyraxx, you're
motherfucker.
literally below the
No,
ground.
don't Cyraxx me, little pussy. Don't Cyraxx me,
You
little
know what I'm
fag.
saying is true,
I'm
so you
like,
just
you
scream
Marty,
over me.
I'm not delusional. I'm not a delusional little fuckbag.
Chance, how's your music career? It's a lie. It's a delusional pipe dream.
Marty, I don't run around and run my mouth like a coward ass bitch, unlike you.
You absolutely do.
You're the one that runs,
And you
you're
scream
the one
over
that runs
people.
around and with their mouth like a bitch.
Your grandma is right above you right now. You're gonna wake her up,
Shut
Cyraxx.
that damn mouth of yours before somebody comes out and shuts it for you. And guess what? That somebody's gonna be me.
Oh yeah.
So I promise you.
Oh yeah, Cyraxx.
I promise you that, motherfucker. If you do not shut the fuck up, I will make my way out there and put your goddamn teeth down your fucking throat where every shit.
Cyraxx, I saw you getting wrestled. I saw
Go
you
ahead and try me, bitch.
Oh,
Try
hang
me and see if I don't shut up there and knock your goddamn teeth down your throat. You fucking deserve it after everything you put me through. My family through. My girlfriend and her family through. Quite honestly, you deserve nothing more than a fucking ass beating. And I'll be glad to be the one to fucking give it to you.
I'm just getting started, Cyraxx.
Because you're in no position to bargain, motherfucker.
I absolutely.
You are
I can do whatever the fuck I want. There's nothing you can do about
Marty,
it.
do you not realize that you're digging your own fucking grave?
You should call him.
No, I don't realize that because I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are.
Well, Cyraxx, you threaten to
motherfucker.
kill me every day, Cyraxx.
That's what I mean, Marty. You're a delusional.
Cyraxx, how many times do you threaten to put a bullet between my head? You did it just now. You just did it, Cyraxx. You just did it, Cyraxx. You just threatened. Yeah, you're actively threatening me right now, saying that you're going to get me arrested.
Froze for me.
Oh, what's that? Sorry.
No, I think the screen froze, like the video froze for me. I don't know if it's still
okay.
playing on your end.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
playing. I don't know. It's the same old stuff. I think we'll. move
Yeah,
on.
I just like bits and pieces from that. Also, you can play the Classic Games Canada thing real quick. It's actually a pretty good edit.
Because we're
It's
an
short.
hour in, so. You gotta get
Yeah. It's just a quick little edit you threw together of Cyraxx with like a face.
Can you see it now?
It says we're patching you in. You've been disconnected. Sit tight.
Because Barnhill is funny for... he's not funny at all.
Oh, there we go. Got it. We're good.
Annoying. Yeah. Hey, what happened to the trial too? Guess you didn't go ahead with that. I wonder why. All right, let's get into the interview.
Yeah. I would love that Cyraxx face mask for like just to do like a live stream like that. Yeah.
Oh, is my audio connected? Is my head connected? Hey, Chance, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, brother. What's up, man? How you doing?
I've been better. I'm recovering from cellulitis on my foot. It sucks.
Oh shit! Don't feel bad, dude. I'm going through a bit of a rough time myself, dude. I just found out today through one of my close friends that one of my exes I had dated back in high school just passed away like a little under a month ago from health problems, and I was like, what? Like, how did I not know about this?
Jesus.
So I get it. Yeah, like...
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Were you guys still close?
Oh, dude, absolutely. Like, even though we had split, you know, we were still, you know, very good friends. We were still super tight with each other. Like, getting that kind of news, man, especially in front of your own girlfriend, man, that was tough.
That sucks, man. So I got this all these like little interview things. I got some questions from the Discord. I tried to keep them as tame as possible.
I just like the image of her kind of giving the shrug emoji.
Dude,
of like,
you would not be like, bro, like, I'm not surprised by anything anymore. Like, half the shit I get asked, I'm just like, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So I figured the best part to start would be what makes Cyraxx different from Chance?
Ooh, that's actually, dude, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'd say, like, what differentiates me from my, you know, one of my stage, from obviously my main stage persona that everybody knows me as, is the fact that outside of YouTube, I'm more, you know, relaxed. I'm more, you know, laid back. I take everything in, and I just kind of, you know, try to take, you know, each day a day at a time. And whereas for my stage side, like, that side of me is like the wilding out, crazy, you know, doesn't give no fucks, you know, will basically say anything to anyone if, you know, push. And shit like that. So like that's definitely a real good question. And like I said, you know, that side of me is definitely, you know, the crazier side, the more, you know, not so much outgoing side, but the more, you know, hey, you fuck with me, I'll fuck with you right back. I don't give a fuck.
So that leads into the next question. Actually, is so do you put on a persona for your shows and YouTube and stuff, right? Yeah. Okay. I figured that, you know, because it's like, you know, you have like this like dark and like all these different types of characters, or for lack of a better word, that you play.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, like you said, you know, that side of me is definitely, you know, my more wild and out side, and you know, the more outlandish side.
So it's like an artistic choice.
Exactly. And then obviously with my original name, that was actually a nickname from back in high school, which was the Shadowblade name. That's more or less, you know, like my darker side, my more, you know, I want to get inside your head and, you know, fuck with you any way that I can.
That actually leads into a question I had planned for later, but we can tackle it now. Who is the Demon King Shadowblade, if you had to describe him?
Yeah. For me, like I said, the origins of, you know, my original persona was actually a nickname given to me back in high school by one of my good friends that unfortunately passed in 2009 from a drowning accident.
That wasn't Zach. That wasn't Zach, right?
No,
That was a different thing.
No, that was the one before him. That was mine and Zach's best friend David.
Okay. I don't know much about like the early like years.
Yeah, exactly. Not many people do. Like, there's a few that do, but not too many.
I tend to think the less like stuff you put out publicly on the internet is better because people can get a hold of it and do all types of things with it.
Right. Exactly.
So, what was the nickname referring to?
And that's what's weird. I didn't really understand it myself at first until he sat down and explained it to me. Like, I was sitting down this one day talking to him. I was like, "Yo, like, why'd you give me that nickname? Like, what's up with that? Like, you could have chosen any nickname in the world. Why that?" And at the time, I had just started getting into music. I had just discovered how to, create instrumentals. And at that time, I was creating these really just dark, weird, eerie instrumentals. And he was like, your sound is, obviously a dark sound. Kind of like something you would hear coming out of the shadows, but they're also super sharp. They're fine-tuned, kind of like, a sword. So, hence, Shadowblade.
All right, let's pause this. God damn it. This interview is always long-winded.
You got to start off with the lesser questions before you get into the meat of it. And thankfully, we did get a good amount of meat from it.
All right. Yeah, because everything he's saying is just bullshit. He's saying that he's putting on a character and persona. It's like, no. And he puts everything out there online. So for him to say he doesn't. Oi. All right, let's play. Let's keep going. See where this goes.
And I was like, that actually makes sense.
Yeah. That actually leads me into the next question is, take us through the early years before you were making music, like your childhood, before you got into that.
Oh, man. Well, let's see. Obviously, when I was a kid, I grew up a military brat. My dad was in the Army. We had moved around base to base most of my life and whatnot until I was like 12.
I don't want to interrupt you, but what division?
United States Army, 2nd Airborne Division. Staff Sergeant.
Cool. My dad, I don't know what his exact division was, but he was a medic in the Army.
Oh, nice. That's what's up.
Yeah. Anyway, continue on.
Yeah, definitely thanks to your dad, dude, for sure.
Well, thanks to your dad too, man,
Yeah, absolutely. Small world, huh, man?
Yeah. Anyway, continue on. You were saying you moved from place to place.
Like I said, I had, moved around, from base to base. And then, when I was little, my parents had gotten a divorce. My dad wound up moving to Florida. Me and my mom wound up staying in Washington State where I was raised till I was like fucking, I want to say like 13, 14 at the time. And then we had decided to, to pick up and move down to Florida and whatnot. And, obviously I got to be around my dad a little bit here and there because I would go over to his house every other weekend. And then shortly after that, Hurricane, I don't know if you remember Hurricane Charlie and all those ones back in 2004.
Yeah, I think I vaguely do. I remember the other one that happened in like 2009 or whatever, or something around then, because I was right out of high school and it was like really bad. But I don't know if I remember that one. I'm sure if I looked it up.
Yeah, like Hurricane Charlie's, that was around the time we were down in Florida. Hurricane Charlie had hit, and we had actually wound up living up in Baltimore, Maryland for a while to get away from the hurricanes after Charlie had hit. We were like, fuck this, we want to get out of here and get away from all these other ones before it gets worse. So me, my mom, and my brother, we all packed up and went up to Maryland, stayed up there for a while. We came back down after all the hurricanes that happened. And we were initially supposed to go back to my hometown in Washington State out in Seattle. We were supposed to go back out there. But as we were going up, we had gotten word from my older sister that my nephew Troy was being born.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, why don't we make a stop in Ohio? Like, that'd be cool, and catch up with everybody again and whatnot and see the family and whatnot. And we wound up doing that. And, after he was born, we just kind of decided, like, we just kind of ultimately planted root here, and we've have been here in Ohio ever since.
Yeah.
And And then, you know, I obviously got into high school and whatnot. And before I even touched music, I was drawing all the time. Like, I was that kid in class, like, you know, that kid in class that would like always draw on the back of their classwork and shit when they're bored.
Oh, dude, that was me all the time.
That was that kid.
So was he bald in high school? I reckon he was. I think he was bald.
Yeah, you can see videos from him on his old channel, which I think he was still in high school. Where he's bald. Yeah.
Cyraxx Archive.
You are acting.
I don't even
like a
know if
bunch
it's on
of
the
niggas.
archive. I think it's even farther back. It's on one of the other
channels.
channels.
Dude, my teachers would get so pissed, but they would be like in such shock. They'd be like, dude, like, this is actually really good, but why the fuck are you drawing on the back of your classwork? Like, this is actually good, but why are you doing this? It's like, oh, everybody else is doing their work. I got nothing else to do, so why the fuck not?
Yeah. So going from that, this is one that I was personally interested in. What these actually two. What is your favorite project you've made musically?
Ooh, that's actually a real tough one, dude. Shit, because I've done a lot of really good ones. But for me personally, I would have to say more or less, like, definitely, obviously, one of them would definitely be, you know, my 2 albums that I dropped back in 2018, which are still, you know, widely considered as, you know, one of my personal favorites.
Is that the dubstep one?
Yeah, the Knockout and Evolution. Like, those two are definitely 2 of my favorites for sure. Those
are the ones from the playthrough.
Yeah.
Keyboard.
So those are the ones that he keeps claiming are his. That's so weird.
Yeah.
They're not his songs. There's no way. There's no way.
I don't know.
I don't know. He tricked us with the artwork though, because I was like, dude, no, you didn't do that artwork. No way. And then you find out that he actually did, and say, oh shit,
Yeah.
he actually fucking did.
Never know.
There you go. So you never know.
Because those
I
are
do
like, you know, 2 of the.
What were you saying?
No, I was gonna say I do like how he's like, so many good ones. I don't know which one to pick. And he's talking about his favorite musical thing. I'm like, yeah, so many good ones.
The ones that I really took a lot of time on. But as far as like my regular stuff goes, I would have to say more or less, you know, my more, you know, personalized stuff, like the stuff that actually talks about my life and, you know, what I've gone through, like Hidden in Your Lies, you know, Another Day Is Over, like stuff like that, because those actually touch on, you know, real events and real stuff that I had, you know, gone through, you know, certain periods in my life where, you know, I was in bad situations. I had, you know, been, you know, bullied a lot in
the arena thing. I don't know why it does that.
You know, as you know already, as a lot of people know, I've been, you know, in really dark places in my life, and those songs kind of remind me, you know, to, you know, like, you know, to keep your head up. Like, you know, there's always, you know, better things to come. So like those songs more or less are kind of like an anthem of my life in a sense.
Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry. The second half of this question is, what is your least favorite project you've ever done? Like something you can look back on and they're like, I don't know why I did that. 'Cause everyone has one.
Honestly, I can honestly say, dude, I would have to say my album Between the Lines is probably my least favorite project that I've done. Because that's when I was just starting out in hip hop. I just started to, you know, get into rap. And I was that young kid that, you know, thought he knew what he was doing, was, you know, going all over the place. And for what it wasn't bad. But listening back now, I'm just like, dude, I could have done that so much better.
Oh, dude, we all have one.
All right, let's try again.
Now we have a question from Discord. This is coming from Mandy. She says, where were you on 9/11?
I was in, but like I was in school when it had happened, when the Twin Towers had hit, and I was in, I want to say, I was going to school at Roosevelt Academy with my childhood best friends, Rachel and Marcus, who ironically are actually engaged, which is pretty funny. Like, I was in school with them in class at the time when we had heard that the Twin Towers had gotten hit, and like that right there. And at the time, I didn't really understand, what was going on. Like, I knew like it was a major event, but I didn't understand what.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely traumatic. I didn't even get told what happened until like hours after it happened. I was like a little kid.
Yeah, exactly. And back then, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, major events happening. What's going on? And then later on, like 4 years after, when I was in, just going into like towards like the end of middle school, towards like junior high and high school, like that's when I like really realized like, oh shit, like this is actually a real thing. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah. Here's one that I had. You mentioned your brother a lot. How much has he impacted your development as an artist?
Oh, dude, honestly, in almost every sense, because not only did I pick, because my older brother, like, he loved to read a lot, and it was through him that I really got into reading a lot. I started to write a lot. And I had started to notice, like, as I was writing, like, as I was getting older and writing, I had started writing poems. And, like, later on down the road, I had started to realize, like, holy shit, like, these aren't just poems. These are, like, legit, thoughts and stuff, not only coming out of my head, but these are legitimate incidences that have happened in my life.
Talking about poetry. All right, well, let's have a read chat. Big Nasty Spaghetti Daddy. I watched 9/11 happen in school. I was in high school. As soon as the second one hit, I left school. There you go. If anybody else got 9/11 stories, that might be interesting. I got woken up because, of course, it was morning here. It was late afternoon then? I'm not sure. It was still daylight in the US, though, because we're watching it live.
Yeah.
Then there was, like, military and that. And flying even over the cities here, so... Alright.
And I initially started to
God damn, Skull Kid, you fucking hitting the bong whole 14
like,
minutes.
What can I do? Like, should I have these published? Should I go through a publisher? And at the time, that was very hard to do.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because, there was no, self-publishing at the time. There was no, companies that were looking for, poetry of that style. So I was like, like, what can I do? And I initially, shut off the idea of, what to do with it. And I had, just stuck to my artwork and shit like that. And then it was around, like, 2000, it was, like, early 2009. That I had shown, my, one of my friends, Zach's friends, David, who, like I had mentioned earlier, had passed in 2009 from a drowning accident. It was like earlier that year. It was in like February or March of that year that I had showed him some of my poetry work and the stuff I had written down. And he's like, dude, like, these could actually be songs. Like, if you structured this right, like, these could definitely... be songs, and ultimately,
Cyraxx, I don't understand how you made it through public school, considering how he looks. Yeah, he did get bullied. He reckons he got raped as well while he was at school.
We do get into his school life down the line, and he mentions that he was, in fact, in a special needs class.
Yeah, see, Skull Kid, finally. That's all we need.
They had started to take on that form. And as, you've seen and a lot of people have seen, those songs, kind of came to life once I started, finding that sound that suits me, that suits my style, and really what I'm about. So, definitely my brother has made a major, major impact in, pretty much everything that, I've done music-wise, writing. He's definitely huge reason as to why I'm so into fucking books.
Yeah. So the next question I got is, what is a daily routine for Cyraxx?
Oh, that's a good one. That's one I actually get asked a lot. That one's actually not that uncommon of a question, but it's still kind of funny. Like, as like before me and my girlfriend got together, it was usually, you know, I'd wake up, you know, hop on YouTube, see if, you know, any of my favorite YouTubers like Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Slap Train, you know, or different people that I watch, you know, had uploaded anything, and like if I'm doing something or whatever, like I'll throw them on. So take a shower, do whatever. Then, you know, I would get out. I would record like a quick thing in the morning if I had something that I wanted to record or put up. I would do that. Then I would eat breakfast, and then from there, it would just, you know, vary. Like if I wanted to do like a live stream or whatever, or if I wanted to upload something or, you know, make a music video or something, like it definitely, you know, varied day to day. As of right now, it's definitely, you know, it's somewhat the same still. As of right now, you know, it's definitely, you know, wake up probably around like 1 or 2 in the afternoon with this COVID shit going on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm waking up at like noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which is around the time that my girl gets up, because like 1 o'clock for me would be like 12 o'clock her time.
Mm.
So like, you know, she's usually up around that time. So like, you know, I'll get a hold of her.
Wait, he gets up at
And
1
we'll
o'clock in the
talk,
hour?
eat breakfast together and whatnot.
Yeah.
And, you know, from there.
Wait. Is he still talking about having breakfast with his girlfriend, Caitlin?
He wakes up at 1 and has breakfast with his girlfriend.
Via voice chat?
I guess. Or video chat, maybe.
They've only been together for 3 weeks. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he uses Fruity Loops Bronx Beats. But he hasn't made much music lately. He keeps retiring. And then all of the songs that he does, he just sings over the top of other people's music.
Yeah, he just put out an 8-minute song before the channel got taken down. It was an Irish Celtic metal song with other people singing on it, and he just kind of yowls over it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, righto. What's drama been tweeting? All right, I've got that here. Just trying to find it. Here we go. There it is. Yeah, so he released a song
March
March
to
to
Oh
War.
yeah, and you can see the copyright. There it is.
There's the copyright.
I'll just, you know, work on my artwork, hang out with her, hang out with family, and whatnot. So that's pretty much my daily routine.
I don't know if people against Fruity Loop. A lot of producers will start. I've used Fruity Loops and stuff, but then it was too simple at the time, and so it wasn't really a full door with Fruity Loops.
Yeah,
that's what most people have a problem with. Is it wasn't a complete package? Couldn't really do what you wanted.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten patched in. There's a lot more now that makes it more viable.
Yeah.
But it does have a bad stigma for being like baby's first DAW. Even though there's much more simple DAWs out there. Well, like Mixcraft is way cheaper.
Yeah, but it's the main pro one that you'd want to use. Yeah. If you're going to use a pro one, then Fruity Loops. Most people use what is it? Fuck. I don't know. The one starting with A.
Ableton?
Ableton, that's it. Probably is the better one to be honest. I like Reason. I started Reason with Reason 1, and back then it couldn't do a lot of stuff. It had a lot of problems. You could only really use the synths within the program. You couldn't record anything into it, except for samples, which was difficult. Yeah. But now it's a full complete DAW that actually works with Ableton. But yeah, I'd say most people would go to Ableton. And Ableton you can play live too. Pro Tools is more for bands. Yeah. Pro Tools, Cubase, Pro Tools especially with the effects and mastering that they've got in that. It's more for big bands. That's what they say. I've used Logic, but it's a Mac only software, so that's what I learnt when I did my certificate in audio engineering. Alright.
routine as of right now.
All right. So the next one is, what's your opinion about where you live and the people who live around you?
Oh,
I don't know what trap beats are. I'm yet to learn.
that's actually a good one, honestly, dude. Like, I gotta admit, most people would say they hate the people that they're around. But honestly, I genuinely like a lot of the people around me because when we moved in here, into this house back in 2010, yeah, it was about 2010 that we moved into this house. And like back then, you know, I was the new guy on the block. Everybody was kind of like,
Serato?
you know, whatever. But over the years, like I've become, you know, really close with some of our neighbors that, you know, I'm still very close with. Like our neighbor, Miss Jackie, right next door, who's literally like, she's this really cool old black lady, but she's literally like family, like for fucking sure. Like something's going on, you know, she's right there, like, hey, what's up, what's good? So like, I can definitely say, you know, I've definitely, you know, grown to like a lot of the people around me and stuff. Like, there's not too much bad shit like there was back then, but it is more or less tame and quiet now than it was back then, for sure.
Yeah. So I have another one from Discord. This is from Cable, and I know Cable, so she's not trolling when she asks this. I think she's just curious. She asks, were you in a special needs class in school? No disrespect. I'm just curious.
Actually was. When I was in high school, they had a thing where I was in special needs classes, but they made it like it was normal. Like, it looked like, you know, your normal average run-of-the-mill high school class. But like it was like a special needs kind of thing, and I didn't.
Did you ask if the follow-up of did it smell like piss? I remember the special needs class smelled so bad for some reason. Every time you walk in there, it'd be like, ugh.
I didn't do that. No.
Because in between, I remember the special needs class was in like a donga, which is just like a, you know, it's a classroom that can be just quickly. It's put up on little stilts and. Or supports and can be moved around really quickly. But in between the two classrooms was where they kept all the books and shit. So you have to go through there to collect books and that.
We didn't have a special needs class in my school. We had a couple like special needs people who went to school with us, but they weren't in their own class. And two of them actually got busted for like planning to shoot up the school. Like they had a map and everything. Yeah, and like a list, and they got caught. One of them got expelled, and then the other one was still there. I don't know why.
Dude!
Yeah.
Is there any more to that story?
No, it just nothing ever came of it. They caught the map because he was sharing the list around, telling his friends he was going to do it. So a bunch of retards with AK-47s are going to show up and blow up a Catholic school, I guess.
Catholic school, right. And then Skull Kid decided he would write a book. It was called 13 Reasons Why. Alright, let's keep going.
I realized it till like my freaking 12th grade year, and I'm sitting there like, dude, why do I need to be in here? Like, obviously I'm good enough to be out there, and I just proved it. So like, why y'all got me in here? So yeah, I've definitely... You know, I've taken special needs classes pretty much most of my life, honestly.
Yeah,
so, like,
I'm
not a stranger to that. Like, I love it when people ask that because you know that gives them an inside look at you what I'm about and how I came up. So
I think people are I'm sorry. I think people unfairly like have a view of people who go to special needs class. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I grew up with special needs kids most of my life, so I totally get it.
Speaking of school, how was school for you, and what did you excel at?
Oh man, for me, school it was kind of weird. Like I said, my first few years growing up, I bounced around from military base to military base, so that part of it was definitely rough. But once I got through, middle school and high school, it kind of started to ease out.
What's C stand for though?
But then, with high school
Cyraxx?
came, the freshman hazing shit, the typical run-of-the-mill stuff with that. And then, as the years went on, some of the bullying still did continue. And at some points, it did get really bad. But for the most part, it was more or less, it was good. Like, I had... my friends there. I had Ironically, a couple of my cousins that had gone to high school with me, so like it was awkward at times, but it was definitely it was cool.
Yeah. So the next one I had is you had a brief foray into film with I think it was The Darkness. Who was your favorite director?
Oh man, definitely guys like Tim Burton, Steven Spielberg.
Does that mean I have to quit?
I'm trying to think. The one director that does the fucking Conjuring films.
James Wan.
Yeah. Him. Guys like the one that did the Annabelle series.
Well, I think that's also.
He loves the Annabelle series. Did you get bullied at high school, Skull Kid?
No, not really.
I got the shit kicked out of me once.
Oh no, I never had anything like that happen.
Yeah, we had massive fights at ours, but it was the last day of. Yeah, I did. I sold weed for the last year or two.
I sold cocaine.
There you go. Yeah, so it's like last day of grade 10, and we got our certificates because you could still leave school at that point afterwards. But I never got a new one, and I had blood all over it. Because, yeah, I went to roll a smoke, and I was walking down to the back of the oval, because that's how I get home. I had to walk across this pipe, and then walk up this track, and then you'd be in the Brookfield area. And, yeah, this guy came down, Ryan, and asked me for a smoke. And as I was rolling for a smoke, that bloody idiot, he punched me in the face while I had my hands bloody tied up. And I just went down. And then all of a sudden, there was a whole bunch of them who just kicked the shit out of me. Yeah. They didn't like me much. He got, dude, he got fucking hit by a train and died, like, the year after. So it would have been when we were in grade 11, man. Yeah, man. Fucking, he was on acid and going down the train tracks doing graffiti. Supposedly got split in 3. If that's true or not, who knows. But he definitely got hit by a train. He definitely died. Yeah, man. It was fucked.
Damn.
Oh. Yeah, I think he might have gotten expelled. Because the problem is they did it on the school grounds, and I was like, oh, fuck me. So I had to go up and wash my face and shit, and by that time, there was so many people. And then the police came. It's like, oh, great. It's going to turn into a debacle. But yeah. But then, he didn't need schooling anyway. I guess it's not really bullying. No. Alright, let's keep going.
Also James Wan in the beginning, but I think they passed it off to other people.
Yeah,
it was the year of 1996? There you go.
Like damn, a lot of people don't know this, but guys like Hayao Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli, stuff like that. Like different directors like that have definitely played a
I may have
impact,
taken a lot of acid.
On
during that
everything I do from film work to my artwork, the manga that I'm currently working on, which you actually got to see a preview of.
Yeah. It's coming along. Like I said, it's not particularly my style. I'm more for like a sketched kind of really detailed thing, but everyone has their own tastes.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Like I said, I'm in the same boat with you on that. Like, slice of life normally isn't my thing. And I'm more or less in the same boat that you are when it comes to anime. But at the same time, I kind of wanted to bring, that real life aspect that nobody really brings into any of that anymore. I kind of wanted to bring that back and be like, hey, this is what you guys are missing out on here. Like, this is like real life shit that goes on. Like, bring that stuff back, because that's what pulled us into this in the first place.
Definitely. Where do you sit politically on the political spectrum?
There you go.
Oh man, for me, honestly, like I'm definitely on. I can't say that I'm on either side, but at the same time, I kind of try to see, both, points of views. Like with the whole Trump and Biden thing, yeah, Trump's got some really good points, but at the same time, Biden's got some good points as well. So it's definitely tough. It's definitely an on the fence kind of thing for me.
You probably fall into like a centrist point of view then.
Yeah, pretty much. Like for me, it's like, hey, whatever happens, happens. Like I'm not in control of that. Like unless it affects my everyday life, why should I worry about it? You know?
Yeah. So I don't know what this next question means. It comes from Discord, but it's from Kleptoast, asking, have you considered trying to partner with IP2? I have no idea what that means.
Okay, IP2 basically is one of the major players in like a lot of the cyberbullying and shit like that.
What?
I've had a few run-ins with them, and the first run-in really wasn't that bad. They were genuinely cool people. Like, not all of them are bad, but you know there are the few in there that do claim IP2 that are, you know, definitely sketchy. But honestly, I've considered it, and I've, you know, definitely looked at it, and honestly, like, no offense to IP2 at all whatsoever. You know, I fucks with a lot of you guys. Some of you guys are actually really cool. But honestly, like, it's just not for me.
Okay. These next couple questions are going to get a little, like, personal. I'm just going to give you a heads up. So my first question is, what is your biggest regret in life?
Ooh, my biggest regret in life. Oh, man. That's definitely a tough one, because I've definitely done a lot of crazy shit when I was younger, to say the least. But then, you know, we've all done crazy shit when we were kids.
Oh yeah.
My biggest regret, honestly, I could say is, you know, not listening.
We'll go back to that. Look at this. Will Cato broke up with his girlfriend. I didn't even know this, but he was talking about us again the other day. I don't know where it is, but
guy.
he just is on the list as the cyberbully. Every time I hear
Is
the
that
word
his girl?
cyberbully.
Is that his waifu up there? The anime GTA 5 girl?
She doesn't look anything like that. Anything like that.
This is all a prank. Fuck off.
Trust me.
Bro.
Oh, is she the raccoon?
Yeah, she looks like a raccoon, yes. Well, she did.
That's not a racial slur. There's a raccoon there.
No, she's white. She's white. Oh, god damn it, I can't find it. It was only a minute long, too. Oh, now Will Cato's found someone else to stalk. There you go. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I just noticed someone sent me a video of him the other day. Alright, let's find out about this, then. What does he mainly regret in life?
To those around me that I should have listened to in the very beginning when I started this whole thing. You know, back then I was young, I was a kid, you know, I thought I knew everything, you know, thought I was, you know, a boss and this and that. And then, you know, over the years I started to learn, like, oh shit, like there's a lot more to this than just, you know, uploading and sitting back and letting the stuff come in. Like, you gotta, you know, do something and stand out. So I definitely do regret not taking the advice of those that, you know, did try to help me, like, for sure.
The next one is, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would you change?
Ooh, I would I know this is going to kind of shock everybody because a lot of people would not expect this, but I would have to say definitely the way that I go off on people. Like, I would definitely change, you know, how, you know, I approach, you know, certain situations, like with the whole, you know, Marty saga bullshit. Like, I definitely would have approached that differently had I known what was going on. So I would definitely, you know, change, you know, the fact that, you know, I do have a bit of a hot head.
Yeah. So I often think that we're defined more by the tragedies that befall us rather than the good times. What tragedy has shaped you in some degree?
Oh, I would definitely say the major one that definitely has, well, the two that definitely has, you know, shaped me is, you know, obviously the loss of, you know, my best friend Zach back in 2015, which was actually the same year that I had lost my brother earlier that year. So, like, definitely, yeah, it was, dude. Like, I had lost my brother in February of that year. And then in December of that year, I had lost, you know, Zach to, you know, that shooting and whatnot. So like 2015 was definitely a very rough year for me, to say the least. Like that was definitely one of my roughest years. Definitely that, and I can honestly say, the loss of honestly several people, such as
The arena
Chester
never
Bennington,
works.
Chris Cornell, Van Halen. Like those
tried changing
definitely
settings.
showed me quite a bit. Honestly,
You lost
like,
Van Halen.
the passing of
Yeah, it is pre-recorded. He didn't want to come on live or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I did it before the stream.
Alright. It's not too much left, I don't think.
Yeah, you got about another 10.
Alright, let's do it.
my brother and my friend in 2015. Like those definitely showed me that, like, you definitely gotta, take each day at a time. And you can't,
Hardy Lang is
dwell
better
on
than
the past,
any of
because
you.
if you do,
glad
you're
you're
just
all
gonna
good
end up
sports.
making the same mistakes
There you
over
go.
and over and over, and it's just gonna be an endless cycle. And then with Chester and his loss, which as a lot of people know, I grew up listening to Linkin Park in high school, and that's kind of how I got into the band, was through their earlier stuff. And that definitely obviously the whole world suffered a loss that day.
Oh, look at that! The
But,
arena finally
like,
worked.
that kind of like his
I just changed the
passing
settings
kinda
and it
showed
worked.
me, like,
there you go.
like,
I finally worked it out.
tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Like, there's only today. So like you definitely gotta, do what you can to help people. And if they are going through those tough times, you gotta reassure them and show them, hey, like, you're not alone in this. There are people out there that go through, what he went through. You just gotta be willing to, take that stand and like actually reach out and be like, hey, this is what I'm going through.
Yeah. Next question comes from Dr. Yoshi from Discord. Who do you think killed Jeffrey Epstein?
I honestly don't know too much about that case, so I can't really say.
Well, I mean, he was taken into custody for pedophilia, and then he allegedly committed suicide, but it just seemed way too convenient, so many people think that a politician or someone who he had dirt on killed him. So that's where that question comes from. I'm sorry.
I'm not too familiar with that case, so like I can't really speak on that.
Yeah. You often have issues with your exes. Are there any that you're on good terms with?
I was definitely
Old school
obviously
Artie
before her
clips
passing
and stand-ups.
a month ago, which I just found out today about.
I also do enjoy
my ex Alexi, I'm still I was on good terms with her and whatnot. Like me and her were still super tight.
He'd be good at IBS.
I want to say me and Megan are on somewhat good terms, but not really. Like we don't really talk. Like if we do, it's like, hey, how you doing? Whatever.
Yeah.
There are a few exes, that I'm on good terms with. Like not too many because of how they've done me wrong in the past. But there are a few that I'm still, good
and
friends
the ones that he gave AIDS to, which is all of them supposedly.
with to this day that are super.
Oh, this is brilliant. Is his father the Ripper out of the last action hero film?
Cool. That, like I'm looking back now, and like now that I am with, Caitlin, and the one that I actually want to spend the rest of my life with, like looking back now, I'm like, I'm glad me and this, other one over here, ended up good friends, because now I'm actually with somebody that actually, is not about that bullshit.
They even made a toy.
1 second, I'm sorry, my alarm's going off.
Oh, you're good, man.
That actually leads quite well into the next question, which is, what is the ideal life for you in 20 years? Like your house, your location, your family. What do you think
that's
about?
that's definitely a good question. I know a lot of people ask that, but for me, like it's not your typical, oh, I want a man.
Yeah, they were saying this was Cyraxx's dad last week. Now it's Ripper from last section here. Sorry.
Mention this and that, like even if let's just say, for example, my artwork does take off, and I do start doing
You
good
were
with
acting
that.
like a bunch of niggas.
For me, it would just be a simple house, for, you know, me and her, and, you know, and if
basement.
God willing, you know, we have kids or whatever, you know, definitely, you know, stuff like that. You know, just your typical, you know, normal, average, everyday family, you know, a nice little car, nothing, you know, expensive, like something reliable that doesn't break every time you tap a freaking curb or some shit.
Yeah, definitely.
So his plan for at this point for getting married to Caitlin after 3 weeks is his artwork will become successful, and that's how he'll manage to support everything.
Yep.
There you go. Cheap trailer, maybe. All right.
So the next question I have is, what's going on with the engagement in the wedding? Is there a ring, and how will you provide for her, and will you stream the wedding? Asks EarJuice.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. As far as streaming the wedding goes, we are working on a way to do that. My brother Sean is actually going to be the best man
wedding
at the wedding shot.
stream.
My brother Sean was good.
Hell yeah. Can't wait.
But yeah, we are gonna try to stream it. There is a ring that me and her looked at that, you know, I do want to get for her. It's just with, you know, COVID going on and, you know, family being out of work and me not being able to do anything really much right now. It's definitely but you know, there is definitely a ring involved. We're looking at
Definitely a ring involved, guys. You heard it. Damn COVID is stopping him from getting that ring. Stopping the family from getting the ring for him.
You got to do a lot of scrapping, you know?
That's it. Yeah, I can't wait. If they live stream it, it'll be so good.
Hell yeah.
Infamous.
at either
that would take him to the next
sometime in
level.
August of next year or August of the year after, depending on what goes on with this
Yeah, he
COVID.
should all show up. It might be a juggalo wedding. You never know.
It's probably going to be like a backyard wedding, yeah.
Yeah, backyard wedding. They spray soda pop on each other, whatever the juggalos drink these days. They listen to trap music.
No, Cyraxx will be the groom and the entertainment. Don't you know?
That's it.
He'll have the ski goggles on and this
he will
fishnet
too.
shirt.
He'll sing. He might DJ as well. It'll be great.
Hell yeah!
Manny wants to go. Yeah, I'll be down for that. Trying to get to America just to go.
Shit, but there is, a month. We just got to figure out like what specific day that we want. But then everything's going good so far. Like everything's in the works and going good so far.
Okay. And how did the engagement happen, and how romantic were you?
Believe it or not, a lot of people don't see this side of me, but I'm literally I know this is crazy coming from shit that people see, but I actually am definitely, thanks to my mom raising me my whole life on her own, I'm definitely one of those hopeless romantic kind of guys.
Aww.
So it was definitely cool. Unfortunately it had to be over FaceTime because obviously with the lockdown and everything. But it was definitely, around her family and stuff and whatnot. So it was definitely, very romantic and stuff. It was me, her, I think it was like her grandmother or her stepmom or whatever, her sister Paige, and, a few family members that were there and stuff and whatnot. And, me and her were sitting down, watching movies with her family. And it was just one of those things that just kind of happened. I was sitting there thinking about it the whole time we were watching the movie, and everybody got up to do stuff.
Oh, I want to know what movie it is now. Under Siege. We're watching Under Siege. And I was just thinking. I was watching Lord of the Rings, and when I see Sauron's eye in the sky, brought out my goblin heart. In front of the whole family. How does he watch a movie? Does she point the camera at the TV or something? Yeah,
I would assume it's something like that.
And the whole family's watching? Okay. All right. This is good. This is good build up. All right. I'm excited. Let's keep playing.
And literally they heard right as soon as I said, I was like, hey, I got a question for you. And literally everybody stopped dead what they were doing. It's kind of like they knew almost. It was weird. They almost knew what was gonna happen. And like, you know, I obviously, you know, popped the question. She said yes. Her sister Paige was like straight up like, and I understand where she's coming from because that's her family. She flat out said, she's like, you heard her, I will put my foot up your ass. I was like, don't worry, that's not gonna happen.
Well, I'm sure she will because she does karate, eh?
Well, it's not necessarily karate. It's actually Hidon, which is basically a Korean style swordsmanship, which is what Caitlyn does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I actually wound up getting to see her, Caitlyn. I actually got to see Caitlyn practice last week, which was actually a lot of fun. Like, I got to meet her Master Rose, which was super cool. Her Master Rose she's tough, but she's definitely very fun. Definitely, you know, cool to be around and stuff. So it was definitely a lot of fun. It was definitely cool to see that.
Yeah. The next question is, what is best in life?
Oh, what is best in life? It depends on what angle you're coming at that from. But for me, like what's best in life is just enjoying life and just kind of, you know, taking every day, you know, as it comes at you, you know, because like, you know, like I said earlier, you know, tomorrow is never guaranteed for any of us.
Yeah, they probably were watching Under Siege then. See, I was right. Is there any really good questions coming up, SkullJuice?
Yeah, there's a couple good ones.
You kind of take, you know, each day,
4 minutes,
you know,
we can
as
do
it
it.
comes at you, and try to make, you know,
Can't
the
believe we got
best out
through
of it.
that
Whether
thing.
you're having the worst day in the world or whatever, you know, like you definitely gotta, you know, make the most of what you got with what you have around you.
What is your opinion on the Holocaust?
Is that from
as
Yoshi?
far as like, you're gonna have to be more specific on that one.
No, well, there are a few amount of people who question the numbers, the number of Jews killed, and the validity of the records, considering there really were none. Some people even go as far as to say it didn't happen. I wouldn't say I'm particularly one of those people, but I do think the numbers have inflated over the years without any concrete evidence. Do you have any opinions on that?
I can honestly say that back then it was definitely very hard to tell because, you know, there was so much going on with, you know, Hitler doing what he did at the time. And a lot of people don't know this about Hitler, but he had actually had some sort of illness that would like make his hand shake a lot. And it was actually in a documentary. I forget what documentary it was.
He was taking a
he was
lot of
dealing with
drugs
that.
as well at that point.
You know, on top of obviously doing the horrid things that he had done.
By the time he was taking all those drugs up in the Alps and shit with his doctor, most of the Jews been killed by then anyway.
He was also a vegetarian, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm actually watching the doco for the second, maybe even third time now. The Einstgruben, the Nazi death squads. It goes through all the different Einstgruben, going through like there was like what 6 of them because it went from A to F, and how they paid the Romanians and the Lithuanians to get rid of the Jews from their town and stuff. It's one of the hardest docos to get through. It is full on. Yeah. I'm not a denier. Maybe I don't know. Like, cause I know that like Dan, there's been a whole bunch of, especially other Australians on Discord. They all seem to be National Socialists, and they all fucking Holocaust deny and shit. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe not 6 million. But yeah, that is a hard fucking doco to get through. It is full on. It shows all the footage that they could possibly find, and then interviews all these different people, and it's just, yeah, it's just like people recounting that when they were a child, and they could see out their apartment window and across the road there's the big Baba Garv gorge or whatever, and they just lined up thousands every day, and were throwing them down like, and just shooting them at the top of the hill, and with the babies it didn't waste bullets, so just chuck them down there and stuff. Yeah. And they covered it with sand, but then all the blood came through the sand. It was just this big like flood of black bile for days and stuff. It's like, oy. It's full on. Yeah, I was watching World War II in color, which is a great Netflix series. But then that came up, and I was like, "Oh, I'll watch it again." I shouldn't have. It's so depressing. All right, let's keep going. Nice tangent. Yeah, but if you it is interesting. I don't know if you want another perspective. I know when I showed Dan the Oracle, who runs a massive channel on BitChute, he sent me about 10 different docos. It's like, no, you got to watch this instead. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know this, but David Draymond's grandparents, the lead vocalist of Disturbed, David Draymond, his grandparents were actually survivors of the Holocaust.
Yeah, it makes sense with his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they deserved it. Jesus Christ. Here we go. All right, here comes the Jew stuff. I've done it as well. I can't even... Dude, my Boogie 1488 songs and stuff, you cannot play them on YouTube. Can't play them on live streams. They'll just get taken down straight away. Yeah. Can't do it. Okay, calm down there, Rambot. Yeah, that's it. Well, Rambot would hate that doco. That's what I'm talking about. Like, he wouldn't watch it. He would watch it and then just say, get through, like, halfway through episode 1 and then start streaming for the next 20 hours and spurging out about how it's a alt-right conspiracy. It's a hard-left conspiracy.
So, like, you know, seeing that, I was like, holy shit. And, like, he did go into some detail, like, not a lot, but he did go into some detail of, you know, like, what it was like for his grandparents, because he had, you know, he grew up, you know, hearing the stories and, you know, seeing what they went through, you know, through stuff that he was, you know, told and shown by his family. So he definitely has a very good grasp on that for sure.
This proves you're a federal agent, yeah.
But me, ultimately, you know,
promoting documentaries about Jews. What was I gonna say? Oh, god damn it, I forgot.
Like, you know, like you said, the numbers have gone up and down a lot over the years. So it's definitely very hard to tell.
Yeah. The next thing I wanted to ask is, a lot of people see you use the word faggot a lot, and they take it as like a derogatory slur.
Yeah,
What is your opinion on homosexuality?
That's what I was gonna say. Now, let's get chat to guess before we find out about Cyraxx's opinion on homosexuality. Okay, now think about this. He's in the community, possibly the Juggalo community. He's really fucking annoying. He has a whole bunch of other labels assigned to him. Who is also a Jew in this community? Type it in chat. Let's see if chat can get it right. PvP coming in. No, it's not PvP. I might check. It's not me. That goddammit. The best doco I ever saw on Netflix though was The Nightmare. It's not up on there. Well, it's not for Australia anyway. I don't know about you guys. Someone could OBS that shit. Fuck. If you've got it on your Netflix, if you still have Netflix. I was wanted to boycott Netflix, but then there's nothing else that's any good, so it's just like, okay. The Nightmare is about sleep paralysis, and there's a few good docos on it. There's only like 1 or 2 though, but The Nightmare was really good. It was about night terrors and sleep paralysis, and it's so hard to explain to someone what sleep paralysis is like, because it's just such a weird fucking concept until you've actually experienced it. Because you can see your room, right? And you can see everything going on in the room. Doesn't matter which room you're sleeping in. But then your eyes might actually be closed. You're not sure. You can't tell and you can't check because your body's paralyzed. And then you have demons and other shit attacking you at the same time. And there's auditory stuff going off. And then if you go through that long enough without snapping out of it, you'll actually leave your body and have go into these out-of-body experiences. I always tell people, like, if you want to know what it's like, watch the Insidious movies, because obviously James Wan had a whole bunch of night terrors and then decided to write Insidious. No one cares. Oh, okay. It's not EarJuice. No, it's not T-Clips. Not Scooby. Yeah, it is spooky. It's tonic. There you go. No one got it. Yeah, it feels like someone's stepping on your chest. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, tonic. So he's a juggalo, homosexual furry. He's also a Jew. There you go. Well-rounded.
Amazing.
You're the one that brought it up, Skull. Everyone's
What?
a fed or a Jew. You're the one that brought up the Jew stuff, so.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't mind.
Alright. Yeah, sleep paralysis is fucked up. Have you ever had proper sleep paralysis, Skull? I mean, you're paralyzed anyway. So.
No, but I think my mom had. She had an experience that she said she was accosted by a demon in her sleep, and she could see everything, but she couldn't move and was held down. And I'm fairly certain it was sleep paralysis.
Yeah, that's sleep paralysis. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hef was funny. Alright, let's keep going. No, I said it could be part of the Juggalo community. God damn it.
Honestly,
I did say
have
that.
no problem with it because like a lot of people don't realize this, but my older brother was gay, so like I'm used to it. I was raised around it. A lot of my friends are all spectrums of it. You know, I have friends that
spectrums.
You know,
Spectrums of gay.
What's that mean? Okay.
Hey, yo, dude, we're gonna cut this short.
Oh, you gotta wrap up, man.
You can play out the rest of it because I go over the questions that I didn't get to ask him.
Oh, okay.
They're short.
Okay. Well, I guess we had to cut this short. That was Cyraxx. I had some more questions, but I don't know what happened. He said he had to cut it short. I'm just gonna run through the rest of the questions that we didn't get to ask him, and if he comes back, I'll ask it and I'll edit this part out. What is your favorite manga, and who is your favorite mangaka? What makes Music Biz Marty so detestable? Who is Jamie Nicole? Marty has said you gave your ex HIV. What's up with that? It's been mentioned before that you spent a night in jail. Some say for attacking your mother, others say for stealing a hefty sum of gold from a mine called Moria. What's the real story? Treemaster Bob asks, do you have a compulsive issue like Tourette's? He notices you seem to have a tick for scratching your head. What's his plan for Marty and the police? Does he see Jasmine as releasing porn, as revenge porn, as a federal
Cyraxx
crime?
dilate?
And finally, where
What?
does Cyraxx go from here? I want to thank Cyraxx for coming by, and yeah.
Alright, good. Finally got. Oh my god, we actually got through it all.
There you go.
Let's watch a midget documentary.
It's a shame that he left. He was in quite the hurry.
My name's
really out of
Mike.
nowhere.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, let's watch this. Palate cleanser, and then we'll wrap up.
Jones, and I'm proud to be a midget. The only thing more intense than my midget pride is my hate for tall people, or as we like to call them, biggers. Small power! Our ancestors been fighting this battle for years.
Segregation was strictly enforced in public restrooms and at water fountains. Even food was segregated.
We're the master race. God made us in his image. Right. Oh no, we don't serve your kind. Get your bigger ass out of here. We don't want your kind living round here, boy.
I've been harassed, called names. My wife was called a bigger lover.
Well, that's not as bad as getting hit by a chair.
There you go. Palate cleanser. Well, I hope that most people enjoyed that interview. We got there in the end. We got there in the end. Don't be a bigger, love it. Oh, that's great. Yeah, we'll have to go over this Matt James guy on here, Jazz. He's pretty crazy. We don't really have time. And
You are acting like a bunch of niggers.
love this artwork.
Yeah, that's President Christopher.
Yeah, now he gave me the wrong email, so I've been trying to get in contact with him, but the email didn't send, so we'll keep trying with that, try and get him on the show. That'll be for Hijas anyway, so I'm sort of a bit stuck with what we're actually doing this weekend. Hopefully not talking about Cyraxx. But anyway. What'd we learn tonight?
Yeah. We learned that Cyraxx questions the number of Jews killed in the Holocaust, that he was special needs, that he doesn't have a problem with gay people, that he really has that bit of a hot head, as shown in the Heather video, and fucking midgets are the master race.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we went through everything. Cool. Let's wrap up.
You want to use the other song that I popped in there for the outro?
Yeah, I already got it.
Cool.
All right. Go on, Def.
Bye, chat.
Exciting shit. All right. Well, we're going out with one of SkullJuice's song, Skull Kid's songs, because otherwise you'll be upset. Oh, hope everybody had fun. That was good. That was nice and chilled. I enjoyed myself. Until next time, we'll see you later. Oh, we got more midget videos. We'll have to save that link. Let me check that. Hot drinks. Until next time. See ya.